I don't know if I'm bringing up Parth or your next comedian, but keep it going for Parth. Keep it going for Parth.
Ooh, give that up for Anand, guys. It's a local guy with a not local wife. So am I. Yes, I was raised here, guys. This is great. I'm gonna turn on my audio recording because I heard last time I tried to do this, the audio did not work too well on my video, and if I'm gonna find a wife, she's gonna find me on YouTube. That's kind of my hope. All right. Guys, it's January 31st, right? I think officially the last day that we could say Happy New Year, right? So Happy New Year, happy 2026. It's a big year for me, 2026. It's my 7th year in Los Angeles, which is crazy. I know a lot of you probably think that I still live in New Jersey at my parents' house. But no, I actually live on airplanes traveling to weddings. Not my own, don't worry, more other people's. But yeah, 7 years, it's crazy. And in this 7 years, I felt that I've kind of transformed into one of those liberal coastal elites, you know? Yeah. The kind of person who thinks, I think I'm better than you, right? That's just kind of what happens when you live on the coast, especially in a place like California. And while I know my vote doesn't matter out there, my opinion definitely matters, okay? Especially when I post about it on Instagram. So I appreciate all the people out here who are liking all of my comments and my stories and all that on Instagram. But I found that while I've been in LA, I've slowly, as I said, transformed. And I've noticed something that I kind of call myself a progressive, but the people who are actually progressive in my family are my parents. And I gotta give them more credit, because they're out in New Jersey fighting the good fight. I was here just about a month ago. Our washer dryer had broken, and my mom told me to go to Home Depot and just get some recommendations. So I was at Home Depot, and I was talking to the salesperson, getting some recommendations, and when my mom was about to come, I texted her. I was like, hey mom, just heads up. Okay, the salesperson might look like a man in a dress, but her name is Nicole, okay? She, her pronouns, so just be cool, be kind. And I was feeling a real sense of pride when I sent that text, right? Not like LA pride, just like general liberal coastal elite pride, right? From decentering myself to platform others. And it felt good. So when I get there, I'm just recounting all of Nicole's suggestions. I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, yeah, mom, this is what the suggestions are. We're going for Samsung, not LG. My mom gave me a funny look, and she kind of mentioned to her phone. She had texted me, and I looked, and she's like, Parth, you keep saying he thinks and his opinion. You keep misgendering Nicole. Right? I was like, damn. I'm so glad my mom said that, because I must have looked like a complete idiot. That this whole time I was taking appliance advice from a woman in Home Depot. Like a fucking moron. Right? This isn't Sephora. I feel like she shouldn't be matching foundation. She should not be pouring it, right? So I asked Nicole if there was a Nick I could be speaking to. So while my mom apparently understands gender pronouns, what she doesn't understand is modern dating, right?
Yeah.
She's like, just get on the apps. Parth, just get on the apps. Everyone's on the apps, right? The apps are like these giant public pools where you can just meet anyone, find the love of your life. But do you know what else happens in public pools in America, guys? Yeah, people are pooping in the water, right? And this is where she wants me to find the love of my life. And now post-COVID, you know that over 50% of dating happens through apps? Over 50%, that's crazy. And what I tell people is it's like, it's terrible. It's like the worst swayamvar imaginable, right? Do you know what a swayamvar is? Right, we're at the ICC, the Indian Cultural Center. Okay, for the uncultured folks, a swayamvar was this ancient Hindu ritual where a princess would walk into a room full of princes, and she would choose her partner by putting a garland around his neck, right? It was kind of like The Bachelorette, but with actual stakes. And in this modern swayamvar that is dating, in online dating, she's not giving out one garland. She's giving out 12 garlands a day. And some of you might know this, but I failed Kumon twice, and even I know my odds are not looking good on the apps. Because even if you get one of those likes, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you're getting a date or a girlfriend. It's like a participation trophy, if anything. Right? It's like one of those job emails you get after you apply. It's like, thank you for your interest in Jessica's swayamvar. We appreciate you liking her dog/bikini photo. we will not be moving forward. Damn. No, but modern dating actually has a lot of parallels to the Mahabharata. And it was really like weird to think about it that way. I assume you guys know what the Mahabharata is, right? Please. The great religious Hindu epic. Yeah? Everyone in LA knows about the Mahabharata, okay? All the yoga girls are white. They know all about the Gita. They know more about the Gita than most of us. They definitely know more about the Kama Sutra than most of us, okay? I got girls asking me to try Warrior 69. I'm like, well, I don't even know what missionary is, dude. It's been a while. Crazy. But dating in the Mahabharata, right? They both have generational trauma, catfishing imagery, familial violence. And for some reason, the only person who does well on the apps is this shirtless guy who's prancing around with a flute. That was a Krishna joke, and that killed in LA, okay? So, if I open up these curtains, you know what's back behind here? It's literally a photo of Krishna. No, but in the Mahabharata, there's 5 main characters, right? The Pandav brothers. And they share everything. They share their kingdom, they share their power, their riches, and of course they share one wife. Yeah. I mean, they have other wives, don't worry. It's a patriarchy. But wife, like the main wife, number 1, she's like a rental between the 5 of them. And that's kind of what we're dealing with on the apps today. That 5-to-1 male to female ratio is just rough. We out here fighting, okay? With our chosen weapons. We don't have bows and arrows. No, we have 2 shitty group photos, a weird fish picture, cringy voice memo. And it's unfortunate, right? Because like the Pandavas, they were demigods and they still had to share their wife. So how are us regular men supposed to compete? It's tough. It's tough. It's really hard to find a 4'8" woman, as Manu Uncle mentioned earlier. No, for what it's worth, I would love to date someone taller, because if I date someone shorter and I have a son, and that son is short too, do you guys know how hard it is to rely on personality alone? It's tough, all right? All of you became doctors to like overcome your shitty personalities. All I did was get an MBA. No, dating though, it's crazy. I feel like, can you imagine though, if you finally do meet a girl on the apps, and like you're excited to bring her home, and your parents are excited to meet her, and then you have to break the news to them? Yeah, dude, I get to see this poor girl once a quarter. I'm splitting her with 4 of my roommates. I don't know what's worse in the brown community these days, right? Non-monogamy or interracial marriages? I'm not seeing many out here, interracial marriages, that is. Do we have any? Like, literally, do we have any interracial marriages at the ICC today? 1. Hell yes. Hell yes. And I think I know why. It's because for years, we all grew up pretty much in the same area, right? We had similar cultural values. We all had BMW rules growing up. Yeah? We're talking about BMW rules, I know. For those of you who don't know, BMW rules, they were set up by our parents to make sure we have successful marriages. It stood for no blacks, no Muslims, no whites. Yeah. Rough, right? Rough. I know. I'm outing us, my bad. No, it's because Indians, we love being so self-selective to the point of self-harm, right? With these BMW rules. Restricting ourselves, for what reason? And this is like a real thing, right? But Patels, they can go to a Patel convention, meet a Patel girl, fall in love, have Patel babies, and they can still piss off their parents because somehow they married the wrong kind of Patel. What? I'm glad to know that even married people can disappoint their parents. It's not just a single folk out there. Speaking of Patels, my favorite Patel, he was a guy I went to high school with. Yeah, he was a cool dude. It turned out that his parents actually changed his name after 9/11, for safety. Except they only changed his last name, and they changed it to Patel, and they kept his first name, Muhammad. I'm not kidding, guys. Eastern class of 2008, Muhammad Patel, look him up. That's a cool dude. Nah, Muhammad was cool, man. He went by Mo Patel. As if that was like hiding the fact that he like prayed 5 times a day. Weird. No. No, but as I've gotten older, I found that the BMW rules start to relax a little bit, right? Your parents become a little bit more open-minded. And they're like, maybe you can shop at like Lexus, Toyota. But then you get even older, and then a certain Bavarian dealership starts looking pretty appealing too. As long as you don't drive stick shift. Look, I feel like 4 of you got it and then more of you got it. It's a dick joke. Yeah. Woo. That was supposed to be sharp, guys. Come on. No, I'm 35 now, so my parents are also getting pretty liberal, if you will, with my marriage choices. No, I'm kidding. They've always been quite liberal, okay? My sister's actually marrying a South Indian, so we know we're progressive in the Chauhan family. Yeah. Shout out, mother, and what up? Future brother-in-law, that's crazy. That's a weird thing to say. No. Now, my parents have actually been liberal and Democrat at that for forever, ever since I've met them. And I know this for a fact, because my mom, I actually filled in her mail-in ballot, so I know she's voting Democrat every time. Hell yeah. I know I shouldn't say that out loud with all the Trumpers we have in here, but I'm admitting to it. And my dad, I know he's liberal because I see it. He walks the walk, okay? Because he's that brown uncle at Thanksgiving who's fighting all the brown Trumpers, right? All the uncles are like, Tushar, trickle-down economics will work. And my dad's like, Bhai, the only thing trickling down is your humanity. Which is crazy to hear over like turkey and gravy, right? No, but TC and his liberal crew, they're out here. They're fighting for undocumented folks. They're fighting for the homeless. They're fighting for black people, brown people. It's beautiful to see. The problem is he doesn't always export that liberalism, right? Because if there's one thing that unites the brown Trump vote and the brown liberal uncle, it's when you mention those magic words, India or Modi. Then all of a sudden, Parth, you don't understand, the Muslims in India must go. I don't get it. How can you be so like ACLU in America and so ISIS in India, right? It's such a weird concept to me. No, like legit, like the last text I got from my dad was, Parth, go watch Dhurandhar with your patriotic Hindu friends. Yes. And then his second text was, can you update your biodata? This guy's single track mind for sure. But it's tough, because like, look, I know I didn't grow up in India, right? Like I wasn't there. I don't know what it's like on the ground. I'm sure India could totally become a wasteland of Muslim leadership, right? Just like London, or whatever's gonna happen in New York now that Mamdani's in charge. But it did get me thinking, because I feel like brown people, we're changing here in America, right? Things are different. Our mentality has shifted. Fundamentally, I think, in certain ways. Because now we've gained rights that many people restricted only just to white people, at least initially. Namely, the right to be stupid. Because for years, Indians, we were the most educated, the most assimilated, the most overqualified Taco Bell customers in the world. But now we finally reached that tipping point. We have brown privilege. And I say that because, look, credit where credit is due, okay? White people, y'all crushed it for centuries with colonialism and capitalism. You were so successful that you can now finally afford to just be stupid as hell. Right? Congrats. And I think like brown people have finally kind of got that to that point too, where we've hit that success point. We make enough money, we do well, and now we can afford to be dumb. But the problem is we're not used to it yet. So now we overachieve at being stupid. We're like summa cum stupid, right? We're gonna be the dumbest dumb people you know. And that's how you end up with Kash Patel running the FBI. Crazy. The dude's crazy. Yeah. Whoa. That's literally his press conference right there. Why do you think America's safer? Whoa! Me? The worst Patel I've ever met in my goddamn life, man. That dude sucks. No. It's crazy, right? We have Kash Patel, we have Nikki Haley, right? She went from running for president to bending over for MAGA. We all have that one weird cousin who's pre-med but also anti-vax. And of course, now we have all these brown uncles at the ICC who are immigrants or came from immigrants and still voted for Trump. It's just weird. It's weird. We've shifted. Our mindset has changed. Because when I grew up, we all had just a few examples of Indians in politics. We had Bobby Jindal. You remember him? Right? He was brown, but like Hobby Lobby. So like kind of like, but like you're not sure. You're not sure how bad he is. And now, this generation, we have Vivek, right? He's like Elon with a spray tan. But even Vivek doesn't reach for the orange spray can, right? And it's fine. I know that, you know, we're in a weird place, but as long as we have the Scripps National Spelling Bee, I think we'll be okay. Because no matter what, we might be getting stupider, but we will always outwork you. And that's a beautiful thing to see. Because I know right now there's this little 8-year-old boy who's at home calmly spelling the word apocalyptic, while his ESL mom corrects his pronunciation super aggressively. So yeah, maybe I'm the weird one, right? My mom, she understands gender pronouns. My dad fights racism. Little brown kids are still winning spelling bees. Not me though. Forget this whole liberal coastal elite thing that I tried to pull off. I'm basically a remedial Indian. I'm still trying to finish my Kumon homework, and I'm still trying to find a BMW in LA that I don't have to share. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have been wonderful. Appreciate it for the whole crowd. Thank you guys. Thank you. Let's keep this applause going for our next act. You all might know him from the Mask, but now we're gonna see him in front of a camera, in front of a mic. Let's give it up for Dr. Boo.